Welcome to ThingSpace Services Episode 3, Critical Asset Sensor, or CAS. In this video, we will discuss the CAS device, along with setting up a cloud connector in ThingSpace to an endpoint URL. The Verizon Critical Asset Sensor, or CAS, is an IoT plug-and-play solution for quick deployment across multiple IoT use cases. It packages a device, the ThingSpace platform, along with ThingSpace Services, and a Verizon machine-to-machine connectivity plan. It includes the following sensors: GPS, temperature, humidity, 3-axis accelerometer, including shock and vibration, gyroscope, including tilt, pressure, and light. It also comes bundled with ThingSpace, a suite of services, and the ability to plug into a customer's platform of choice. The Critical Asset Sensor allows you to capture the data you need so you can turn it into meaningful business solutions. The Verizon Critical Asset Sensor combines the multifunction sensor, network, security, and data connections in one easy-to-use package. The device integrates with the Verizon ThingSpace IoT management platform. It's designed to work with cloud service providers, including Amazon AWS and Microsoft Azure, as well as customer URL-provided endpoints. Now, let's discuss the steps required to set up your critical asset sensor to stream data to a target endpoint or a cloud service provider such as Amazon AWS and Microsoft Azure IoT Central. First, charge your critical asset sensor. Next, make your 2 API calls to obtain your ThingSpace Access Token and Verizon Session Token. Configure the critical asset sensor to your desired reporting frequency. Tell ThingSpace where to send the device data. Lastly, configure your target endpoint to receive the data. To begin, you will need to make your first 2 API calls requesting your access and session tokens. Please watch the ThingSpace Development Series video, Acquiring API Access and Session Tokens, if you need assistance. You can verify your device status with your Verizon Billing Account ID. This step will assure that your device is ready for use. Use the Query Device API. In the body section, enter your Billing Account ID. The response will provide you with information about your device. Next, configure the device reporting period. There are 2 device configuration options: frequency, how frequently the sensors are read and reported, and location mode, whether the GPS is enabled or disabled. For frequency, you have several options. A high value will read and report every 15 minutes, medium, 1 hour, low, 4 hours, and ultra-low, 24 hours. This API is called Set Device Configuration. In the body section, enter your Billing Account ID, the device IMEI, and your frequency and location mode selections. Here, we are setting the frequency of the device to low, which will read and report every 4 hours. We are also setting the location mode to GPS. The frequency and location modes are now set. Please note, I will be using no authorization for streaming to the target. For all authorization options, please visit thingspace.com Documentation Cloud Connector. In the remaining 2 steps, you will be setting up the actual streaming. In this video, we will be streaming to a customer endpoint URL. Streaming requires a target resource to define the endpoint and a subscription resource to define what is streamed to the target. Your first API is called Create a Target. In the body section, enter your billing account ID. The address scheme will be Stream REST by default, the endpoint URL address, and the name of your target. In the response, copy the ID value. You will be using this in your next API call when you create a subscription. In the final step, you will create a subscription. The subscription defines a streaming channel that sends data from devices in the account to an endpoint defined in a target resource. This API is called Create a Subscription. In the body section, enter your billing account ID. The stream kind value will always be ts.event. For the target ID, use the ID value that you received from your Create a Target API. And lastly, enter a name for your subscription. If you receive a 200 response, you have successfully created your ThingSpace Cloud Connector. Thank you for your time, and be sure to watch our other instructional videos at thingspace.com.